you are in nitrogen monoxide contact and the other person also becomes silent, then the real game begins. When silence meets silence, something powerful begins. No texts, no calls, no chasing energy. Both people step back into their own worlds. This is where emotions are tested deeply and the real game quietly starts. No contact isn't just about distance. It's about discipline and self-control. It's choosing peace over chaos. It's choosing growth over attachment. That's where strength is built. When both become silent, curiosity grows. They wonder if you're thinking too. They feel your absence more than your presence. Silence creates questions in their mind, and questions create emotional pressure. This stage reveals true intentions. Who breaks first says a lot. Who holds strong shows inner power. It's not about winning or losing. It's about self-respect. The mind starts playing games, memories come back stronger. Moments feel more meaningful now. Distance magnifies emotions, and silence becomes lot. They check their phone more often, hoping your name appears suddenly. But nothing comes, just emptiness. That silence becomes uncomfortable, and that you are no longer available, and that changes everything. Your absence has weight now, your silence has meaning. You become unforgettable. This is where emotional control matters. Breaking silence too early weakens you. Staying silent strengthens you. You regain your power slowly, and confidence grows. They start questioning their actions. What did I do wrong? Why aren't they reaching out? These thoughts keep repeating. Silence creates self-reflection. No contact is not a game. It's a strategy for healing. It's about finding yourself again. Not about manipulating someone, but becoming your best version. The more you stay silent, the more you heal. Pain slowly turns into strength. You start loving your own company, and that's real growth. You become emotionally independent. They feel your absence deeply now. Not having access to you hurts. They miss the small things. The talks, the laughs, the presence. Silence makes everything clearer. You stop chasing validation. You stop waiting for messages. You focus on your own life. And suddenly you feel lighter. That's freedom. The real game is patience. Can you wait without reacting? Can you stay strong in silence? That defines your emotional maturity. That defines your growth. They might try to test you. A random message or a reaction. But your response matters most. Stay calm, stay centered, don't lose your progress. Silence teaches you self-worth. You realize you deserve better. You don't settle for less anymore. Your standards rise naturally, and that changes everything. You start seeing things clearly. No more emotional blindness. No more excuses for them. You understand the truth now, and truth brings power. They may start missing you badly because you're no longer there. Your absence becomes heavy. Your silence becomes painful. That's when they realize your value. But don't rush back. Healing takes time. Growth needs space. Stay focused on yourself. You've come too far. Silence removes confusion. You see reality as it is. No illusions, no false hopes. Just truth and clarity, and clarity is powerful. You learn to detach emotionally, not because you don't care, but because you respect yourself. And self-respect is everything. It protects your peace. They feel your energy missing. Something feels incomplete. Your presence mattered more than they thought. Now they understand your worth, but it might be too late. You stop checking their social media. You stop caring about updates. Your focus shifts inward. And that's real growth. That's self-love. No contact builds emotional strength. You become stronger daily. You control your impulses. You master your emotions. That's real power. When both of you go silent, something shifts deeply inside. There is no more distraction, no more emotional noise. You are left alone with your thoughts and feelings. This is where clarity slowly begins to form. You start to understanding what truly matters. You begin to see things without emotional fee. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. It forces both people to reflect on everything. Every word, every action, every mistake. Nothing can be hidden in true silence. It reveals what love was and what it wasn't. It shows who truly cared and who didn't. And that truth changes everything. During no contact, emotions don't disappear, they evolve. Pain turns into understanding. Over time, attachment slowly turns into detachment. You stop reacting and start observing. You become more aware of your inner world. And with awareness comes emotional control. That's when you begin to grow strong. The other person also feels this silence deeply. Even if they don't show it, it affects them. They notice your absence in unexpected moments. They remember things they once ignored. They began to feel the gap you left behind. And that absence starts speaking louder than words. That's the power of see. You may feel the urge to break no contact, to send a message to check on them, but that moment defines your strength. Discipline is choosing not to act on impulse. It's choosing long-term peace over short-term relief. Every time you resist, you grow stronger. and that strength becomes your power. Silence creates emotional tension between both people. It builds curiosity, confusion, and even longing. They begin to wonder what you are doing now, if you've moved on or if you still care. These unanswered questions stay in their mind, and slowly they start to feel your value because you are no contact is not about making them suffer. It's about giving yourself the respect you deserve. It's about stepping away from what hurt you and choosing to heal instead of chasing. It's about protecting your mental peace. When you focus on yourself, everything changes and you become stronger than at first. Silence feels uncomfortable and heavy. You miss the conversations and moments. Your mind keeps going back to the past. But slowly, that feeling starts to fade. You begin to enjoy your own company. You find peace within yourself again, and that is true emotional freedom. They may start checking your social media quietly, looking for signs of your life without them, trying to understand your current state, but your silence gives them no answers. That mystery increases their curiosity, and curiosity often turns into attraction. That's how silence works. You begin to rebuild yourself during this time. You focus on your goals and your future. You invest time in your own happiness. You become more confident and self-aware, and slowly you outgrow the past version of you, the version that needed them constantly. That is real personal growth. When both stay silent, ego also plays a role. Who will reach out first becomes a question. But this isn't about ego, it's about self-respect. Breaking silence just to feel better is temporary. Staying strong builds long-term confidence. You learn to control your emotions, and that changes your interior. Sometimes silence leads to reconnection. Other times it leads to closure, but both outcomes are valuable because they bring clarity and peace. You stop living in confusion and doubt. You understand what is meant for you and what is not. Your energy becomes different in silence. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop needing and start choosing. People can feel this shift in you. It makes you more powerful and calm. You no longer seek attention. You command respect naturally. The real game is happening inside you. It's not about them anymore. It's about your healing and growth. It's about becoming emotionally strong. When you win within yourself, you win everything, because nothing can break you easily. That's real strength. In the end, silence teaches the biggest lesson. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life. Some people come to teach you something, and then they leave for a reason. Accepting that truth brings peace, and peace is more valuable than anything. That's when you truly move on. Silence is where emotions become honest and raw. There are no filters, no distractions left. You face what you were avoiding before. Every feeling rises to the surface slowly, and you are forced to understand it deeply. This process is painful but necessary because growth always comes from discomfort. When you stop reaching out, they notice immediately. Your absence breaks their of having you around. They start to feel something is missing, even if they don't admit it openly. Your silence becomes a message on its own, a message that says you value yourself, and that message hits different. You begin to realize how much energy you gave, how much effort you invested into them, and how little you received sometimes. This realization changes your perspective. You stop overgiving and start balancing. You protect your energy more carefully, and that's a powerful shift. Silence creates space for new possibilities, new thoughts, new goals, new direction. You're no longer stuck in old patterns. You began to dream differently again. Your focus shifts to your own journey, and that opens new doors for you, doors you couldn't see before. They might try to come back suddenly when they feel your absence strongly, but your reaction matters the most here. Don't forget why you chose silence. Remember the pain that led you here. Growth means making better decisions now, not repeating old mistakes. No contact teaches emotional independence deeply. You learn to stand strong on your own without needing constant reassurance. Without waiting for someone's attention, you become your own source of peace. And that changes your entire life because you rely on yourself now. Silence removes emotional chaos from your life. No more mixed signals, no confusion. Everything becomes simple and clear. You see reality without emotional attachment. This clarity helps you make better choices. You stop accepting less than you deserve, and that's how standards are built. They begin to replay memories in their mind, moments they once took for granted, your kindness, your presence, your love. Now everything feels more valuable because it's no longer available. Silence makes people realize worth too often, a little too late. At times you will feel weak again. You will want to break your silence. But remember why you started this journey. Remember the pain you felt before. That memory will keep you grounded. Strength is built in these moments. When you choose discipline over emotion, the longer you stay silent, the stronger you become. It's not easy, but it's worth it. You gain control over your feelings. You stop being controlled by others. Your mindset becomes more stable, and you feel more at peace. That's the reward of patience. At the end, silence reveals everything clearly. Who cared, who didn't, who stayed, who left. You see people for who they truly are, not who you wanted them to be. This truth might hurt at first, but it sets you free completely, and freedom is priceless.